Hi, it's really good to see you at our very first DIY, do-it-yourself Waypoint Kids session. This isn't what we were expecting to be having to do, but that's where we are. So we're really excited to be able to every Sunday give you this opportunity to, with your children, to just explore a theme together and how that's going to impact you in the week ahead. So today we couldn't start really with anything other than soap and hand gel. We've been using so much of this in the last week to keep our hands clean and to wash away those germs. And it's been really important that we've been using that to keep us safe and healthy. Our theme today is forgiveness. You might be wondering, what on earth has that got to do with the soap and the hand gel? But actually, forgiveness does the same thing as the soap or the hand gel. When we forgive somebody, it washes away that wrong thing. It takes away those bad feelings, and it will, within our families, it will help us to just work together and live together better. Both the soap and the hand gel and forgiveness are going to be really important in these coming weeks, as you know, you are going to be spending a lot of time with your family, whether you like it or not, and so it's going to be really important how you live and work together to make that the best it can be. There's a really good story in the Bible that talks about a family where they really needed to put forgiveness into practice. So you've got a few choices now how you're going to do this. You're going to pause me in a moment, and you can either grab your Bible and read the story, and it comes from Luke 15, 11 to 24. It's the story of the lost or the prodigal son. If you think you know that story really well, why not try and tell it together and then grab your Bible and see if you manage to get it all there? Or if you want to do something a bit more active, how about acting the story out together? So hit the pause button and I'll see you again in a few moments. What a great story. I wonder, did you see your family in that story? Could you yourself identify with one of the characters in the story? I mean, just think about the two brothers for a moment. Man, they didn't like each other, did they? They wanted different things, and then the story ends with the older brother being so jealous. And then we've got the father, the dad, who was really disappointed. But the way the story ended for him was very different. Didn't matter what the son had done. He was ready and waiting to welcome his son back, to love him and to forgive him. So our theme for today, and actually that we want you to take through this week in your families, is that everyone needs to be forgiven. As we've said, that dad was ready and waiting and willing to forgive his son, even though he'd probably done the worst thing he could do in running away. But his dad welcomed him and threw that massive party for him once he had forgiven him. And that's where the older brother, who wouldn't forgive his younger brother, missed out. He missed out on a really great party. We all like parties, don't we? So why would you want to miss out on that? In that story that Jesus told, the Father was like God, and God is ready and waiting to forgive us. It doesn't matter what we've done wrong. He wants to forgive us when we come to him and to say sorry. And we can be forgiven because, as I'm sure you know, Jesus died on the cross so that we can be forgiven. And that's going to be something really important for us to remember over these coming weeks. We all need to be forgiven by God and by others. I want to read you another verse from the Bible now. This is really, really challenging, so I'm warning you guys. It says, "Put up with one another. Forgive one another if you are holding something against someone. Forgive just as the Lord forgave you." That comes from Colossians 3, verse 13. So we know we all are going to do things wrong over these coming weeks as we're living really closely together as families. We know that God has forgiven us, And because God forgives us, it's so important for us to then forgive others. So my challenge for you this week, just as much as you're using that soap and that hand gel, let's also be using forgiveness to keep our families as healthy as they can be. We've done a PDF sheet for you, which is attached to the email. There's some games, some activities, some discussion questions, and some things for you to pray about as a family. So have fun exploring this challenging topic together, and we would love to hear from you. Get in touch, let us know how you found using this resource, and let us know how your week has been. Even though we can't meet here in the activity hall and the other rooms where we normally do Waypoint Kids, we can stay connected. So please do keep in touch with us here at Waypoint, but also with the other families within the church. Thank you for listening, and have a great time continuing to explore forgiveness. And also, just to say, subscribe to this YouTube channel and click on the bell so that you get updates when new videos are uploaded.